Hello and welcome to Iron Stream. I'm here today with Doobs and we're going to be reviewing the Tottenham v West Ham game from yesterday. So obviously early 3-0 lead for Tottenham. Doobs, what were you thinking at that point?
Well, it was a nightmare start. I mean, to be honest, when it was 3-0, I was thinking, could this go to 6 or 7, like the 6-1 and 7-2 in the last match week? But yeah, it was awful. I mean, we set up, we were dominating the game a little bit. We were on the front foot, I thought, during those first 15 minutes. However, 3 breakaways, 3 shots for Spurs, and 3 goals. It's just completely unexpected, really. Yet, I mean, the first goal in particular, was so typical for Spurs this season. Kane long ball, Son runs onto it. He's obviously going to beat Balbuena for pace. It was just so easy to predict, but it caught us right off guard. So it was difficult to come back from and be positive after that. Awful start.
Yeah, I mean, the Son and the Kane combination this season has been mad. Like, you look at Liverpool's front line a couple of seasons ago with Salah and Mane, well, obviously still there, but when Firmino was playing well as well. And hoping for a similar kind of thing with Tottenham once Bale gets to full fitness, because Son and Kane, brilliant for 2 goals. Obviously, the other one, Reguilon sending the ball into Kane. Nice goal. Kane exactly knew where he wanted it, and Reguilon delivered. So 3-0 lead, brilliant. Now, what really annoys me here is when you go 3-0 up, it makes sense to not necessarily go, let's all out attack, but keep up the momentum. Now, I did not understand what Tottenham were trying to do. They threw the game away because what they did at 3-0 up, they just stopped playing. They gave, I think Declan Rice literally said it in an interview, they just gave West Ham the ball. And you can't really afford to do that. But then let's go to the 70th something minute. So Tottenham make a couple of changes. They bring on Bale, very exciting moment at first. And they bring on Winks for Ndombele. So the first West Ham goal, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, first of all, we bring on Yarmolenko and Lanzini for Antonio and Fornals. And if we talk about individual players later, I might mention Antonio Fornals, and Lanzini made a difference. But we score the first goal. Again, it's a free kick from Cresswell. It's another assist for him. And it's actually a really nice goal. Great ball in from Cresswell. Brilliant header from Balbuena. 3-1. I was thinking, well, I don't think we're going to get back into it. It's a nice goal to score, but that was all it was at that point.
Well, there was almost silent. It was a bit weird. At first, I didn't even know if the ball had gone in because the commentators just didn't say anything. And obviously, watching with no crowd noise, not much is happening. But then 3-1, 82nd minute. So you've still got a bit of time left. 2 goals is all that's needed. So what Tottenham need to either do is say, we're going to go and we're going to get a 4th goal, or we're just going to try and keep the ball, or maybe just throw 10 men behind the ball. I didn't see Tottenham doing any of those things. They just played the same way they played for the whole second half, and it didn't work. I don't understand really what was the plan, because there didn't seem to be a plan. Just let West Ham play their game, and at first it didn't matter. West Ham were not playing that well for most of the match. But then obviously second goal. Now the thing is with the second goal is there was not even much West Ham pressure at that point. Davinson Sanchez just puts the ball in the back of his own net. And that really is a key part to where the game was lost, because 3-1 up, conceded a goal like 2 or 3 minutes before. Why would you? Yeah, it was a very bad header. Very good if it was at the opposition end, but.
Yeah, well, Kufal gets the ball here, and he didn't really pick someone out. He just sort of crosses it in, and it happens to be a nightmare position for Sanchez. It could have gone out for a corner. It could have gone back to Kufal. It could have gone in his own net, and it did. So, yeah, I mean, hard on Sanchez, to be fair, because it's a very difficult position for defenders. But a bit of skill from Yarmolenko, who did have a big impact when he came on as well. And I think you were mentioning Spurs dropping back and letting West Ham on them. I'm not sure that's entirely the case. If you look at it from a different perspective here, when the team goes on the back foot and West Ham are applying the pressure and throwing bodies forward, it's very difficult to then get back onto the front foot. And I think you've got to be a little bit soft because, I mean, Spurs are a soft side. You know, they do crumble towards the end, but maybe they could have gone further forward. They did have a few counter-attacking chances, by the way.
You did say though, so if they were on the back foot, then surely they should be defending very hard, 10 men behind the ball, no?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that is where Spurs are bad. I mean, they're famously bottlers, you know, but it is hard to get back onto the front foot for Spurs.
I mean, you do say that. The only reason people don't call West Ham bottlers is because they've never done anything to get to the position where they have something to bottle. But anyway, so 3-2, stoppage time. I mean, I knew that West Ham were going to score when they got that free kick because it was just going to happen. But Aurier commits the foul, a bit soft, but Tottenham gave away a lot of free kicks in that game. And then obviously the ball comes in. So Bale's got the ball. Now, I don't want to be too hard on Bale. However, the thing is, with Bale, is that he could have cleared the ball. He could have just get rid of it. It reminded me actually of how I am when I play on FIFA. Because often try and take the ball out from the back, get tackled, concede. All he needed to do was just whack the ball away, but he tried to dribble it. And now, obviously, once Lanzini strikes the ball, if that's 60 minutes into the match or something, I don't think he's going to try a shot like that. But it's the last chance. He takes the shot. It's a brilliant hit, scores the goal. But let's talk a bit about Gareth Bale, because he gave away the ball for the West Ham third goal. And when he came on, he went on to take the free kick. And when he just ignored Son, takes the free kick, I was actually laughing at that point. I thought it was really funny. However, with the end outcome, it wasn't as amusing anymore. But the thing is, he's kind of come in, strolling in the way he left, thinking that he's the main thing at Tottenham. Because to be fair, before he left, you had the likes of Modric and Van der Vaart, but he was the main player for Tottenham. But we've got Kane and Son now, and the way they're playing at the moment. But obviously, takes a bad free kick. And here's the thing, though. He missed a chance as well, obviously. Kind of created it, really. But he had to be scoring. It was 3-2. But here's the thing with Bale. I think it's not a great start. But full 90 minutes, and I think he should be able to turn it around.
Yeah, I think you have to give credit to Yarmolenko here. I mean, this is exactly what West Ham fans want from Yarmolenko, to track back and put pressure on Bale there. Did really well. He still should have scored, but yeah. If you actually watch the replay for Lanzini's goal, you might find it's actually Harry Winks who gives the ball away. It's not actually Gareth Bale in that situation. But nonetheless, poor from Harry Winks. And if you watch the goal, Ogbonna as well blocks off Winks, who's trying to get to Lanzini. And I see Sky Sports was saying it was a foul from Ogbonna. I'm not sure what they were talking about. I'm not even sure he knew Winks was there, but he blocks him off. Lanzini's shot was incredible. But on Gareth Bale, yeah, he hasn't lost his talent. Even in his little dribble to the shot that he missed, you could see that bit of skill there. So he's a quality player.
Well, yeah. And then Winks, obviously, as you were just mentioning. Yeah, I fail to see how Winks is going to work under Mourinho, because when I saw there were links, well, supposed links about him potentially moving to Man City for 50 million, I actually thought he could actually turn into a very good player, because he used to be a great player, but possession football is his thing. And that's one of the confusing things that I found, because Tottenham were obviously, for the whole second half, really, they were on the back foot and they didn't seem to mind very much. And so you bring on Harry Winks, who is a possession player, into a game where Tottenham are not having any possession. For Ndombele, who had another outstanding performance, great in attack, great in defence. So that didn't make any sense. But Winks, does he have a future at Tottenham? To be honest, I don't really know. Sissoko as well, it wasn't great, really. So I think there's a few worrying things. We just had a transfer window, a very good transfer window for Tottenham, and yet still seeing players who are not really first team quality. Look at the back line as well. Davinson Sanchez, already spoken about. Last season, I actually thought he's finally turned it around, because at the start, when he just joined Tottenham, I actually thought he was not very good. But all the Tottenham fans just made out he was really good because he was young. And I actually thought he turned it around last season, but he's not doing well right now. And then you got Aurier on the right as well, who he can't defend. I was very pleased with his recent performances. He managed to get ahead of the team in front of Matt Doherty, but it certainly wasn't his day. Defended badly. So worrying signs there.
Yeah. See, you said Sanchez there, but I actually thought Sanchez had a really good game yesterday. Obviously, he scored an own goal, but you can't really blame him for that. I thought he had a good game. What are West Ham's main threat? Obviously, counter-attacks, but mainly crossing and set pieces. Sanchez won every first and second ball that came his way, and he defended really well throughout the whole game. He's up against Mikel Antonio here, who most centre-backs in the league find impossible to defend against.
Who didn't play that well.
And Sanchez did pretty well against him. Sanchez had a good game yesterday.
Here's the thing, though. You're making out West Ham were brilliant, basically. Davinson Sanchez did nothing exceptional. West Ham were not that good. West Ham didn't do anything up until...
No, but you're saying West Ham didn't do anything, but that's down to Sanchez's defending. Because we crossed the ball, but Sanchez got rid of it. He did his job. He didn't go on 40 yard runs. He did a few
heading clearances. Yeah,
exactly. So how are you pointing him out as a bad player when he's done his job fine? There's no real.
Listen, you can't head the ball into the back of your own net when you just conceded 2 or 3 minutes before. You can't be making that error. He's more than experienced. He should have done better.
Okay, that was a bad error. However, it's not like he meant to do it. It's difficult in those situations. He probably wasn't expecting that cross from Kufal. It's very close to him, Kufal, the cross coming in. So it's like, bang. And it's difficult to defend again.
Oh, what? He scored an own goal. Come on.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, obviously, Tottenham had a great transfer window. Milan Skriniar was linked. What a great signing that would have been. But we signed Joe Rodon. I would be lying if I said I knew a huge amount about him, because I don't. But I hope he'll be good. Hopefully, one day him and Tanganga in the middle, once Toby Alderweireld kind of moves on. But it is, though, as well, like Matt Doherty, good signing, didn't start. Carlos Vinicius, would have liked to have seen him get a few minutes at least anyway. And also Dele Alli, picking up his form a bit. I would have at least liked to have seen him in the squad, which he wasn't. I think, judging by the fact that, he's staying at the club. He's got through the transfer window. There were some talks about a PSG loan move. That didn't happen. So I would like to see him actually get some game time now.
Yeah, well, this is his defining season, Dele Alli. If he fails this season, there really is no way back for him, in my opinion. The problem is for Matt Doherty is he's been a right wing back for Wolves, and playing right back is very different to right wing back. And Serge Aurier, I think he'll probably keep his place in the next game. I don't know. I'm not going to say Mourinho, but yeah, that's what I think about it. But yes, good transfer into the Spurs actually, and Joe Rodon as well. He played against England for Wales, and he was okay. He didn't really do anything, but he looks like a solid centre half. Yeah.
Well, no, I don't think Aurier will keep his place. I think you say, Matt Doherty is a right wing back. Fair enough. However, Aurier kind of is as well. It's just that he has played at right back because he can't defend, but his attacking is actually not that bad. And I have said before, what if he was converted into a right winger? But anyway, so West Ham, obviously, credit to them. They did come back 3-0 down, got a 3-3 draw, had some impressive results before thrashing Leicester. And yet the season started so badly for them. So whereabouts do you think they're going to finish this season?
Well, Mourinho said it in his press conference that Souček is the new Fellaini. And what he's basically saying is this West Ham side is very similar to the Everton side from about 10 years ago. And they did very well, of course. And I think we will do well under Moyes. And what he's got us now is good resilience, great character. And it's looking good because the squad is we are West Ham United again, it feels like. And, under Bilic, under Pellegrini, we never really had that resilience and fight in us. But now we've got that. I like what he's doing, and every player plays for the shirt and the fans, even though they're not there. So it's looking good. What I would say is actually two standout performers yesterday would be Aaron Cresswell and obviously Manuel Lanzini. But Aaron Cresswell, what he's doing here is a left centre-back position in the back three. And it's very difficult to mark because it's almost like a new position because he's not playing further back like O'Connor and Balbuena. He's picking up the ball further forward like a usual left back would. But you've also got Masuaku and Fornals on that side. So it's very difficult to mark. And you see him putting a lot of crosses in yesterday. And that is our threat. We cross really well. So, yeah, I think that's a good little player there, Cresswell. He's finding his form again. Rice was decent yesterday again. Souček is obviously the new Fellaini. I love watching Souček. He gives everything and he gets in the box. It's only a matter of time before he starts scoring. I really rate West season. And a West Ham fan, I'm excited to watch today. I think top is a good shout. I think top 10, definitely we can achieve top 10. Let's not do too carried away first. We need to play against the smaller sides who we have previously struggled against. But it's looking good.
I think the sound may have cut up there a little, however, I get what you're saying. So positive signs for West Ham. And to be honest, I think there were some positive signs for Tottenham yesterday. Yes, the overall result, blowing a 3-0 lead, shocking. However, Kane and Son continue to be absolutely brilliant. That partnership there is wonderful. I think even though Bale had a couple of errors, we saw what he was capable of, and he's definitely not lost it. I think once he gets 90 minutes under his belt, he should be doing a phenomenal job, really, alongside Kane and Son at the front. I think hopefully once Rodon comes in, the defence gets better because here's the thing. 3 of Tottenham's 5 Premier League games, they have conceded in stoppage time and could be as much of a mentality thing as it is a physical problem because they've got a decent, an okay defence. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg coming in has really stabilised it. He's been a wonderful player. And also, you've got to remember as well, Lo Celso obviously injured yesterday. They're without Lamela as well, who, dare I say it, has actually been pretty good this season. So, yeah, I mean, Lo Celso, he's big loss. So I think a lot of people were getting a bit carried away saying, we could win the title. I don't think I ever actually said we could win the title. I think what I said was that there is the squad there now to win the title, which there kind of is. But I think at this rate, the way it's going, it's too early this year. However, winning a trophy should be a possibility. So we'll see. We'll see how the season keeps on going. But yeah, so that is that for this video. Please subscribe and see you in the next one.